I initially was doing a history of women in Alberta, and I needed something more specific to hang my hat on my interpretation on. And it seemed like marriage just was coming out all over the place in the sources that I was looking at as it was an institution that legal authorities, federal authorities, missionaries, there was this unified determination to impose the monogamous model of marriage on the diverse people of Western Canada. I have to say I've been working on this for probably, I can't remember, 15 years or so. So it is about that Western Canada in 1870 had a very diverse population. First Nations had diverse approaches to marriage. You could be monogamous, but you could also be polygamous. You could have a number of partners. You could divorce, and you could certainly remarry. The newcomers to Western Canada also brought very diverse ideas about marriage. The Mormons wanted to come, and did in fact come to southern Alberta, and they initially wanted to bring their plural wives with them. Doukhobors, Quakers. There was just an absolutely chaotic marital terrain in Western Canada when the federal government took over in the late 19th century. So part of the book just outlines that diversity. I then look at the various strategies that were used to impose the monogamous model, which was the one man, one woman for life. And in Western Canada, and in Canada at large at this time, divorce was almost an impossibility. So, and then a good, I guess, 2/3 of the book is about the efforts to impose the monogamous model of marriage on the First Nations, on reserve communities, and the strategies, the various methods that were used, but also how people resisted this and how they continue to marry and divorce in ways that they always had. So there is a whole chapter on polygamy in Western Canada, both among the Mormons, but also among First Nations. And so there is some background to understanding some of the difficulties in prosecuting polygamy that have always
I know, I'm sorry.
dogged authorities.